Hey, in previous video we learnt about different parts of a flower. Now we used a term pollen and also pollination. In this video we will learn about pollination. So what is pollination? We know that a seed forms a plant. Remember the male part of the flower, its stamen, where the pollen is formed, which is a powdery substance, and there is this female part, carpel, which contains the egg. In pollination process, the pollen from the stamen, the male part, goes to female part, which is carpel and contains eggs. So the eggs fertilize in this process. The eggs fertilize in ovary. Now as the egg fertilizes, the sepals and petals, they withers or they die, and the ovary becomes a fruit and the seeds are inside the fruit. So this is the process, pollination. Now how does pollination happen? Have you noticed sometimes there are some insects on flowers, maybe some bee? Now pollination happens by two ways. First is by insects. Many flowers make a sweet liquid called nectar, and they have good scent also. So the insects, they got attracted to the flower, and when they come to the flower, the pollen, the white powdery substance, that get attached to the insect. Now the insect becomes a carrier to take the pollen from the male part to stigma, to the female part. And yeah, remember, this only happens when flowers are of same kind. It will not happen if the flowers are different. If one is rose, another is marigold, the pollination will not happen. One is rose, other should be rose. Okay? Another way, the second way of pollination is by air. Some flowers which are very light and which are dull in color and which don't have any scent, the pollination happens by air. Air flows and the pollen, it flows with the air, it goes with the air to other place and go to stigma of similar kind of flower at different place. That is another way of pollination. So the learning from this video, pollination happens in flowers where pollen from the male part goes to the female part of the flower, and the process fertilization happens to make the seed. Pollination happens by two ways. One is by insects, another is by air. When the flower has a scent or nectar inside it, insects get attracted to the flower and carry pollen. Another is by air. In the flowers which are dull and don't have any scent or which are light, the pollen goes away with air to another flower and pollination happens. That's all in this video. Let's continue our learning in the next video.